How's it going, everybody? Bryan Alvarez here on Wrestling Observer Live. We are here every day, Monday through Friday, noon Pacific, 3 Eastern, Sundays, 3 Pacific, 6 Eastern, Saturday mornings with Jim Valley, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 Eastern, Sundays with Andrew Zarian, Monday apparently with Filthy Tom Lawler. Here he did a fine job on the program yesterday. I was unavailable, but he told you all about it. But I am here today. I will be here tomorrow. No show Thursday for American Thanksgiving. I will be back Friday. Fun Friday with Lance is the plan. Lance is joining us here today as well, and we got a lot to talk about. There is a NXT Gold Rush Night 2 tonight. It's a taped show. They gave the WWE and NXT wrestlers the week off, so this was taped. SmackDown was also taped last week. Dynamite, they do not get the week off. There's a live show tomorrow. And we don't know anything about it except the Continental Classic tournament begins. And we will tell you the field for that as we get going here today. We got updates on Luke Menzies, a former Ridge Holland. We got a new TV deal for Lucha Libre AAA. We got to talk about Javon. We've also got the Death Riders headed to Arena Mexico. And one of them is fighting for the CMLL World Heavyweight title. We got some AW changes to the schedule, which I really want to talk about. Some injury updates, including Penta and Apollo Crews. We got Headbangers having their final match. Tom and I are available. Actually, it should be Vinny and I. Vinny was not a fan of the Headbangers. But we got a lot to get into. Plus, of course, the Raw Report, which was the go-home show for Survivor Series, which is coming up this Saturday night. If you want to text us here today, 425-780-7566. That is 425-780-7566. F4WOnline@gmail.com. And F4W Online, Threads, Instagram, and Cameo. Back in a moment, Observer Live. Check out this free video, and make sure you hit like and subscribe.
If Truth didn't have the best weekend in this company, then Mr. Iguana did.
Oh, yeah, this guy is over, dude.
We'll get to him in the Worlds Collide review. But
he's got merch up on WWE Shop.
He's going to make so much
He's got these
money.
kids that want to see more Mr. Iguana.
Yeah. So
his face paint is so funny.
I must stop you right here. It's not face paint.
Oh, would you stop?
It's head paint.
Yeah, it looks,
he paints his whole damn head.
It looks like he gets held upside down and they just dunk his head in green paint.
Yes.
It's absolutely bizarre.
And when he's not wrestling, he wears the round silver spectacles.
Yes.
And
he
flicks his tongue constantly.
Yes.
As an iguana would. And Del Toro and Octagon do whatever, and people are patient, but they don't care. And then Iguana tags in, and they are hyped. It took about 7 seconds to make himself my favorite luchador. He starts, I forget who he's in there with, but the guy offers a handshake, and so he licks it because he's an iguana, and then he gets hit with a shoulder tackle, or it's a chop. He takes a chop, he drops to his back, and sticks all four limbs straight in the air.
Yes.
He's playing dead like an iguana would. So then he brings in the puppet. I didn't get the puppet's name. I should have used it 50 times. But it's an iguana puppet that he thinks is real. Well, sometimes.
Already up on WWE Shop.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
You know if Harley Cameron's doll is on the AW?
I do not know.
It's not.
Okay.
It's not.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing that out there.
So he starts doing spots with the puppet in his mouth. He lets the puppet try to get the pin. And amidst all the silliness, Conan says, you know this, Mr. Iguana, he's most popular with children.
I liked how as soon as the puppet started doing spots, Corey Graves goes, is that legal in Mexico? And without skipping a beat, Conan goes, yes.
Low on the list of things you will see in a Lucha Libre match, especially in AAA. So he starts using the puppet more as a weapon, or as a distraction, I should say. But it ends up with Lince Dorado getting a hold of this puppet, and he snaps. And he stomps the puppet. And he grabs the puppet, and he Spanish flies the puppet. This crowd is outraged. They're pissed. They're furious. But you know he's even more pissed and furious?
It got more heat than anything else. Maybe on the entire show,
Mr.
actually.
Goddamn Iguana.
They were
who's
furious.
Seething, and his eyes are breaking out, and he snaps and just rips ass. He grabs his own lizard and is whipping these guys with it. And then they remember it's just a puppet, and they stop selling.
This was a very, very fun match. I liked it a lot. And there's a lot to learn here about marketing.
Yeah.
Right in the Hey, what's up, everybody? Back on the show, Bryan Alvarez here. Wrestling Observer Live. Lance joining us here today. Lance Storm of TNA, right?
Yep.
Yeah. What do you think about that Nick Nemeth?
I think he's a very talented guy. I wonder who trained him.
Yeah. What do you think about that Chris Bay?
Really great dude.
Yeah. Well, we're going to have both of them. I got interviews with both of them. They're going to go up on the site probably, I would say, tomorrow. Maybe one on Thanksgiving as well. But I interviewed them both at the show that Tom and I did this weekend, Relentless, in Spokane, at the lovely, what's it called, that casino? The Northern Quest Casino. I like that casino. But...
I actually just messaged Nick yesterday because I saw Chavo Guerrero posted a photo on the golf course in his golf cart on Instagram yesterday, and I sent it to Nick and asked why Chavo cropped him out.
What'd he say?
He just laughed.
So, yeah, Ziggler, Nick Nemeth, we interviewed him coming off of Raw. Chris Bay talked about his injury. Great interviews. It'll be going up on the main site for subscribers here in the next couple of days. And I had a lot of fun doing those and commentary, as Tom talked about yesterday. We'll talk more about that as we get going. But a lot of news. Luke Menzies, a former Ridge Holland, in fact, did just undergo disc replacement surgery. 2 herniated discs in his neck. Surgery deemed to be very successful. After experiencing pain and lack of mobility due to pain in my neck, he said. Consulted with doctors, had tests taken, determined I had 2 collapsed discs in my neck, resulting in nerve impingement. Yesterday, I underwent disc replacement surgery at the Hospital for Special Surgery in Manhattan. The surgery was deemed to be very successful, and I got a room with a view. So, I don't know if Tom...
The successful part, way more important than the view.
Well, the view's nice, too, you know. God, I forget who it was. I was talking to Tom about this weekend. There's he might have talked about it on the show yesterday, but there was an MMA fighter. I can't for the life of me remember his name, but he had a badly screwed up neck, and he also underwent disc replacement surgery. Who was a guy that was like, he was a drug addict, like living in his car, and then he got into MMA, and what's his name? Help me out here, everybody. But anyway, he got the disc replacement surgery, which, for those of you that have been around a long time, man, the stuff they can do nowadays, replacing a disc in your neck. And not only did he recover, but he's fighting again. So all the best to Luke Menzies. They can do amazing things nowadays. And I'll get that name here in a while. WWE new media rights deal for AAA. They will now be broadcast on Fox in Mexico, Central America, and South America, except Brazil. AAA content, including PLEs like Triple Mania, will air across a variety of Fox platforms, including the Fox channel on Tubi, the Fox Pay TV channel, and the SVOD platform Fox One. Of course, WWE purchased AAA earlier this year, and they've got some big shows coming up. And in fact, they had some big shows. Next PLE is Guerra de Titanes 2025, which has Dominic Mysterio and El Grande Americano versus Penta and Rey Fenix. Their first time teaming up, presumably. First time teaming up since leaving AEW. They got put on separate brands when they went to WWE, but they're going to be facing Dominic and El Grande. So, yes, Penta last night got injured. He was wrestling in the tournament against Solo Sikoa. In a match, by the way, he was supposed to lose, so this was not a change in the tournament. He went for a diving, like Frankensteiner off the barricade. Which, by the way, you guys know there's usually a Frankensteiner and a Hurricane Rana? Anybody? No one? I guess it's 2025, it doesn't matter. But everybody calls Frankensteiners Hurricane Ranas now. But a Hurricane Rana was the Frankensteiner that ended in the cradle position. That's why the Rana was put at the end. So the Frankensteiner is just the flip, the move that sends him flying. If you do it like Ray used to do, where you do the springboard Frankensteiner but end in the cradle, that's a Hurricane Rana. But I guess it doesn't matter anymore. But anyway, he landed on his shoulder and apparently dislocated his shoulder. And the doctor, everybody went to check on him. And he tried to put his shoulder back in. You can see him like yanking on it. So this must have happened before. He tried to put it back in. And the doctor was like, he ain't continuing this match. And so they stopped it. And now, Solo Sikoa, who was going to win anyway, is going on to the next round where he's going to be facing Gunther.
Be an interesting one.
It sure will be. Gunther against Solo Sikoa. I thought for sure Penta was going to win. Gunther and Penta sounds awesome. But instead, they were going to go the other way. So, Aljamain Sterling and Tristan Connolly both had disc replacement surgery in their neck. So there's actually, neither of those were the one that I was talking about. But anyway. So yeah, he's injured. We'll see how long it takes. Sometimes that shoulder dislocation, they pop it back in, and it's just a little while, and you're good to go. Other times, the issue is if it is repeatedly popping out. Like I think that was what Randy Orton had, and then you need the full shoulder surgery. Also, kind of depends on if he did any damage when it popped out. So we shall see if he ends up wrestling that match with the Lucha Bros. But also in AAA, they did a television taping on November 22nd, and you'll never guess who won a shot at the AAA Cruiserweight title. No idea, Lance?
None.
The match, I'll just give you a hint. It was Octagon Jr., Axiom, and Javon.
I'm going to go with Javon.
Well, if you guessed Javon, you are correct. He will be challenging Laredo Kid for the Cruiserweight title down the line. I don't know if I'm, more irritated now or less. You guys realize that this guy is booked strong in every promotion except his main promotion? He's like a mid-card guy in NXT, but everybody else sees it. Goes to AAA, he wins this match. Goes to Raw, he gets pushed. He's in the main event of the John Cena final match in Madison. Everywhere he goes, everyone recognizes it. But in NXT, he's a mid-card geek. Golly. Hear what Swerve said about the guy? Swerve. He's in AEW. He says, some people, because we do the comparison game, so-and-so is better than so-and-so, so-and-so is better than so-and-so. So he's mentioning that, it's not an insult, he says, to say Javon Evans is better than Swerve. I'm like, yes, he is, says Swerve. At 21 years old, he is better than I was at 30. I have more intangibles because I've learned those things on the indies. He's in the system now at 21. And he says he's supposed to be better. Who's he watching? He was watching me. He told me that to my face. He watched me and Leo Rush and guys like that. Took it to the next level. That's what we did. So Ricochet watched the same guys. He watched Ray, took it to the next level. Of course, Javon Evans is better than me. He's going to be terrifyingly good at 30. He's going to be scary in the next 3 years. You know what I mean?
You might get a push by then, Brian.
The point is, it's like, blah, 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 blah. So he goes on and on. You know what it is? It's like these 90s guys don't get it. Like Shawn. I mean, I love Shawn Michaels, but, open your eyes, bro. Everyone's seen this but you for, 18 months now. You know what Mark Henry said? I don't have the exact quote in front of me. He was talking about Javon. But, I swear to God, he said something like, apparently we dropped. I'll take it a break. I'm going to find out what Mark Henry said. I'll tell you after the break. Observer Live. Just a quick note before this free video. If you click like and subscribe, I'd be very thankful. Okay, can everyone hear it?
Yeah.
There's a mystery bell at Granny's house. She can't hear it. Take off your headphones for a second.
I had them on wrong anyway.
Okay.
I can't get them on right. What?
Take them off and listen.
You have in your elbow?
Is the fan on a computer?
Nothing.
All right. Well, this is going to be an exciting show.
Gonna have bells ringing through the whole thing, and it's every week. It's got to be me.
Do you have a neighbor that's an ice cream man
No,
practicing out there?
I got a neighbor that smokes marijuana.
I'm sure you do. I guess
Whatever that noise is, I mean, it's still going.
Yeah, it's not going to stop, dude.
Brian, do you want me to get off here and go see if open the door and see if there's anything out there?
Do you think something's out the front door?
Is he ringing the bell the entire time?
No, Granny, you don't.
Let me in! Let me in!
It's fine. It's fine.
If it's death, don't open the door.
Thank you, Craig. This person thinks it's a stove timer.
Have you burned the roast?
No, I don't have a stove. You want me to just get off here?
No. We're going to barrel through it.
I'd love it.
You're not even doing anything. Granny, Nick says that you've got an old-fashioned analog alarm clock in Terry's bedroom.
I don't know. I got a new alarm clock, battery operated. Is that what she meant?
Well, whatever it is, it's going haywire right now.
Oh, it might be my alarm,
Do you think?
but it's way back in the bedroom.
Don't worry about it right now. But when the show's over, you might want to go...
That's what it is.
Okay.
Solve the mystery.
Is there a reason you didn't turn it off when it started ringing?
Well, I wasn't in there. I didn't.
Duh.
I took a nap. I took a nap and set the alarm. I thought I shut it off, but I probably didn't.
No.
You probably didn't.
That's life.
I would say with a good deal of certainty that you didn't turn it off.
Brian, that's life around here.
Yeah, I'm well aware. I do the show with Dave, too.
Say,
Hear all sorts of things in the background.
did I do that? You know,
Yeah, you did do that.
or I thought I did that, but I didn't.
in there.
I wake up and I see lights on, and I say, I didn't turn those lights on. What's going on?
Maybe the place is haunted.
Could be.
Okay.
It's my brain that's haunted.
Well, I hope not. Instead of suffering through the YouTube chat, click like and subscribe. Back in the show, Bryan Alvarez here, Wrestling Observer Live. This is what Mark Henry said. Now, granted, this is a transcript. I didn't actually watch the interview here. It was with TMZ. Maybe he's just trolling like me. Swear to God, he says this. Javon Evans, I'm sure he's not making big-time player money. He's making a nice little hunk of change. I guarantee his next contract, they're going to pay him through the nose because they don't want him to go anywhere else. Does he deserve less because he's young? This is what he says. The dude will be wrestling 20 years from now. If he's 20 or 21 years old, with his talent and the way he understands the business, he's going to slow down in about 12 years. And then, in about 15 years, he'll be in his championship area. The last 5 years of his career, if he's blessed to have 20 more years. There's no rush. There's no rush with Javon. He's got 15 more years.
I think the issue is, if you look at it from a Javon's career and his making money, that could be great. But if you want to look at it from a promotional standpoint and a company that could use some young stars, the product could be better if we push him sooner. But yeah, if he's just going to make big money for the next 40 years, it really doesn't matter. He can be champion when he's in his 40s. But for a product, a young, relatable talent in his 20s could be a big benefit.
Do you guys remember when Becky Lynch was like the hottest star in WWE for like a year? Remember that? About 2018, 2019. You guys remember that? You realize that people had been clamoring for some promotion to like really push the women. They were clamoring for that. And it took WWE forever to do it. But you know what? They finally did. And it was the same thing with AEW. They had all of these women, and with the exception of like Britt, they just did nothing with any of these women. And people were just begging for them to do something with the women. And they finally did, but it took them years. Do you know what neither WWE or AEW are doing right now? Neither of them are really pushing a really young guy. Or a really young woman, for that matter. Nobody is doing it. The AEW champion, like, I love Samoa Joe. Guy's pushing 50. You know? WWE champion, Cody. You know, he's 40. And, like, who's in the title picture? You know, CM Punk's a champion. He's 47, I think, right now. It's like, how do you think you attract young fans? It's not with old people in the main event scene. Like, am I a broken record here? This has been throughout the history of this business. Like, somebody... Dude, and stop talking about Kyle Fletcher. Yes, Kyle Fletcher is getting a push. But he's gotten a push to the TNT title, which he just lost to Mark Briscoe, who's 40-something, okay? Listen. Kyle Fletcher should be the AEW champion right now. I said this like over a month ago. Kyle Fletcher should be the AEW champion. He's the guy that should have beaten Hangman. He should have lost the title to Mark Briscoe a month ago. He should have gotten to the world title picture, and he should be the champion right now. Lenny, I'm not talking about headlining a pay-per-view. I'm talking about being the guy, being the champion. Is Kyle Fletcher the AEW champion?
Don't believe so.
Okay. Is somebody under the age of 40 the WWE or the world champion?
Nope.
Okay. So I don't care who's like, oh, he sniffed the main event scene. Guys, do you realize when Kyle Fletcher faced Hangman for the title on that show did a really, really good number. And the main event had great heat. And they beat him, and then he was right back where he was before. Somebody under the age of 25 needs to be the champion right now. You guys realize MJF's almost 30 already? MJF. So, like, somebody do something with somebody young. I'm astounded that it's not a race between AEW and WWE to be the first to do this. It's like they're both in a race to have older guys as champions. It should be a race to make the new, young, hot star.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah.
How old was Hogan when he first won the WWF title?
I don't know. How old was he?
29.
29.
He was in his 20s.
Yeah. Dude, you can go back to like the 40s. Lou Thez won it when he was like 19 or whatever it was. 21. World title at 21. Like, guys, do you watch old like NWA or WWF shows from like the 80s? Do you know, like, I don't think people realize how young those guys were that were main eventing at the time. They were in their 20s. Some of them were in their early 20s. It's like a recent thing where you have to be old to become the world champion. That's like a recent thing. You guys have been brainwashed into thinking that you can't be pushed in your early 20s. And it's usually like old guys who maybe are bitter because they didn't get a shot earlier in their career. But like, you know, you can win the world title at, like, Randy Orton won the world title at 24, if I recall. I mean, he's had a long, great career.
He turned out okay.
Yeah, he turned out fine. The company turned out fine. It's okay to make a 21-year-old world... I'm not even saying that Javon should be the world champion, but for the love of God, he should at least have been something in NXT by now. They look incompetent having done nothing with the guy.
Do you know how old Bruno Sammartino was when he first won the title?
How old was he when he won the title?
27.
27 years old. Wow. He wasn't 40?
No.
That's weird. It's almost like that's the way it actually has always been in this business, because you can only go so long with the same guys. Like, you got to make new stars. You got to make new people. Lesnar was 25 when he won the title. Orton was 24. It's two of the biggest stars in the history of this business, 24 and 25. Now it's like, dude, you ain't even getting out of developmental until you're 27. Look at who is fighting for the world title in WWE. How old is Jey Uso? How old is LA Knight? How old is Cody? How old is CM Punk? How old is Roman Reigns? How old are all these guys? Is there anyone in their 20s fighting for the title? No.
Do you know how old John Cena was when he first won the title?
How old was John Cena when he won the title?
27.
27. How about that? Yep. Who's in the world title picture for AEW right now? I mean, Samoa Joe, Hangman Page. Who else? Who else was in, aside from Kyle Fletcher, who else?
Swerve, he's got to be fairly young still.
He's in his 30s.
Is he?
But he's been gone for a while. But, like, push someone under 25 to the world title. Like, the fans will accept it. They're waiting for it. All right. Wasting my time. Like, I waste so much time on this show with this. Here's the field for the Continental Classic. So, matches start tomorrow, but we don't know what they are. But we do know the Gold League. So it's a round robin. Everybody in the Gold League wrestles each other. Everybody in the Blue League wrestles each other. The people who finish 1 and 2 are going to have matches. The league finals and the finals both take place at World's End. So it's whoever is the final 4 guys. 2 of them are going to wrestle twice. So Gold League has Darby Allin, Pac, Kevin Knight, Speedball Mike Bailey, Kyle Fletcher, and Okada.
Well, that'll be some great matches.
So Darby and Pac can have their match with no interference, because there's no interference allowed in the Continental Classic. So that explains the pay-per-view finish. Kevin Knight and Mike Bailey are partners, will have to wrestle each other. Fletcher and Okada are both in the Don Callis family. They will also have to wrestle each other. So there's a lot of stories there. Then for the Blue League, it's Takeshita, Moxley, Claudio, Orange Cassidy, Roderick Strong, and Mascara Dorada. And so
Claudio and Mox.
Claudio and Moxley have to wrestle each other. Orange Cassidy and Roderick Strong have to wrestle each other. Dorada, I don't know that they're going to do this, okay? But Mascara Dorada clearly is the guy that's in there to, like, lose all the matches, okay? But I think we're going to see a lot of John Moxley losses. I just have this feeling that he's going to, like, choke in this tournament to continue the story they're telling. But we shall see. Maybe he'll do well.
Part of me hopes someone in the company complained about doing a job, and Moxley's going to prove to him that you can lose a bunch and still be a giant star.
Well, I think it's just he's turning babyface at some point, and so he's putting over a bunch of guys. And yes, he's not going to lose any of his drawing and/or star power by doing these jobs. So yeah, we'll. I presume the finals are Okada Takeshita. I'd be stunned if they were not, but I suppose anything can happen.
Now, is the final of the tournament for the title, or is the final of the tournament for a shot at the title?
I don't even know.
There's a lot of tournaments, and they do them differently often.
I think. I don't know what's going on. Does anybody know? I think they said, like, Okada was putting the belt on the line throughout the tournament or something. So conceivably, if he loses, it goes to somebody else. But I don't know. Maybe they'll make that clear on Wednesday.
But I assume that would be like when Eddie did it, where they had to clarify that it wasn't on the line in each match. It was just at the end, because you could theoretically have that. If he loses the first round match, it's like this title going to the other guy.
Well, that's
he's
what,
defending it.
I mean, some people think that's what's happening. If he loses a match, he loses the title. So the title just goes through the whole thing.
Because in the first Continental Classic, Eddie Kingston sort of said that he'll put it on the line in all the matches, and then they clarified that it was only on the line in that whoever wins the tournament would get it, because they didn't want to have like 8 title runs potentially in the tournament.
So it makes no sense. If Okada loses, he loses the title in each match.
No.
Because the title has to be on the title's on the winner of the tournament gets the title. So that would mean, like, If
Or a title
he
shot.
can't lose he can't put the title on the line in every match. It doesn't make sense. Because if he does, Mascara Dorada, I guess he's not in the block. This would mean that, like, Speedball Mike Bailey could beat Okada, win the Continental title, win no other matches, not end up in the Final Four, and then whoever wins that would get the title from Mike Bailey. It doesn't make sense. So it has to be whatever. Back in a moment, Observer Live. Just a quick note before this free video. If you click like and subscribe, I'd be very thankful. Granny, what have you got today?
Okay, everybody be quiet, okay?
Okay.
Hey, Google, tell us a joke.
What's the most musical part of a turkey? The drumsticks.
Ba-da-cha.
Hey, Google, you suck.
Well, I am still learning. What should we fix?
The guilt in the response.
Hey, Google, that's enough. Hey, Google.
Shut your hole.
Hey, Google.
Hi there, I'm listening. How can I help today?
Hey, Google. Shut up.
How can I be of service?
No, that won't quit.
God.
Hey, Google. No more. Stop.
This is how the war with the robots begins.
Name the hip hop group that asked the question, are you down with OPP in 1992?
Granny, I will pay you $100 to read that again, please.
Yeah, can you read more?
Name the hip hop group that asked the question, are you down with O period, P period, P period in
You
1992?
somehow made it better. Oh, period. P
Stop the show
period.
now. We have peaked.
P period.
Please send those edits to Brian's email.
Are you down with O period, P period, P period? On the show The Big Bang Theory, Leonard and Sheldon are both physicists. What is there? At what?
What the hell just happened right there?
Physicist,
Yes.
Physicists?
Yes.
Yeah. I lost my track.
you lost your crack.
You were at Sisyphus.
In what city was Nipar
Brooks.
Shakur shot and killed?
Excuse me, say that again.
In what city was Tupac?
Two-pack. Vegas.
Sure.
Vegas Strip.
Yep.
Join us!
Thank you.
Yeah, you know, we got a trip to the Vegas Strip, by
Yeah.
the way.
You can get shot too.
Yeah.
No.
Hey, Google, take a nap. Hey, Google, wake up. Hey, Google, are you awake?
Here's a YouTube music station called Are You Awake?
Hey, Google, stop!
God, I am losing my mind in the chat. Nobody has any idea what's going on with this tournament. Everyone insists that they know what's going on. So, the Continental Classic is for the Continental title. But they merge the Continental title with the International title to create the Unified title. So,
But Tony was adamant that the two titles remain individual.
so that means, so what you're telling me is the Continental Classic, if Takeshita wins this tournament, the Continental Classic will end with Takeshita getting the Continental title, Okada keeping the International title. The International title, by the way, which because it was unified, we had to create a national title, which will be defended internationally. So we will then have a continental title, an international title, and a national title, and a TNT title, Are you kidding me? Why did we create a national title to be defended internationally if the Continental Classic was going to end with the international title being broken away from the Continental title? Why do we do that?
Well, maybe Okada will retain. I don't know, dude. There's lots of belts.
No Yeti pot. I'm so irritated with people. Yeti goes to national titles for the Indies. No, it's not. Do you guys listen to Tony Khan? Tony Khan's, his words were, it will be defended internationally. Don't make up your own story. That's what he said. And also, it's the same thing. People, this whole weekend, people were like, Brian's an idiot. Tony, he always waits to release the field for the Continental Classic. He's not waiting to see who's hurt coming out of the pay-per-view. Guys, I said that because that's what Tony said. He said that. He said he has to wait to see who is or is not injured coming off the pay-per-view. Not, oh, he's got it all set up. No, he said that. I'm telling you what he said. So quit making up stories. Jeez. So we have an international and a national title that are both there for the exact same reason, to be defended internationally in other promotions. Oh, my God. I got to move on. Got to move on.
Please.
Claudio is getting a shot at Gran Guerrero, who is the CMLL World Heavyweight Champion. It's coming Friday in Arena, Mexico, which is bizarre because Gran Guerrero, I guess, he issued a challenge or whatever, and I think it was Beast Mortos. Or no, who was it? Oh, no, it was Hobbs.
Max.
Hobbs accepted. Or he said he wanted it. And then it turns out that Claudio's getting the shot. So, I don't know what's going on. Seems to be a common thing right here. Apollo Crews is back in action. He also wrestled for AAA. He tore his pec earlier this year. So, he's back. That's good. And then one other quick thing before Raw, and that is, man, oh, man, these AEW numbers, not just AEW, like NXT, like everyone who is being rated by Nielsen, they're all suffering right now. But you know what the last thing AEW needs when their ratings are where they are right now? That is to change the start time and the dates of all of their shows in December. This December schedule is just like, I don't know, man. Do you know that Collision this week does not air on Saturday? It airs on Thanksgiving night. So I swear to God, if it gets a 0.01, I will not be surprised. That show is going to absolutely die a death. They are also doing a Christmas Eve Dynamite, which is going to air at 6 Eastern. So it's on Christmas Eve and also earlier, a different time slot. They're airing a Collision on Christmas at 9 Eastern. They're also having a 4:30 p.m. Collision on December 13th because they don't want to run head-to-head with John Cena, which I don't even know why, because you may as well run head-to-head with Saturday night's main event because you're going to die at 4:30 p.m. anyway. You're going to die one way or the other, so I don't even know why they're bothering to move it, other than people won't know when it's on, unless they're colliders, I guess we call them. And then there's also, for reasons I cannot explain, December 17th, they're doing the 3-hour block, Dynamite and Collision, from 8 to 11. But there's no pay-per-view that weekend. Instead, Collision is just airing at 2:30 Eastern on Saturday. So it is going to be a vicious month of low viewership for a lot of these AEW shows. And I think they should just keep them in their time slot and just barrel on through, because I think consistency is the most important thing when you have a wrestling show. A consistent time on a consistent day. And AEW is incredibly inconsistent with when they air their shows. So we'll see what happens, but I don't know. What do you think of Raw?
It was parts of it I really enjoyed and others I'm not crazy about. But I really enjoyed Carmelo and Gunther. I thought that was a really great match.
We had Roman coming out to open the show. So long story short, Roman, Cody, and Punk came out. This was like the first 15 minutes of the show. They all don't like each other. They're all on the team together, and they can't decide who's the leader. So basically, long segment pushing that the babyface team is having issues. And then we had Drew McIntyre backstage. He is going to be in an advantage match in the main event, and his partner ended up being Logan Paul.
Heck of a suspension.
Well, that's the story. He is suspended. They made it very clear he is still suspended.
Well, yes, but the loophole was Paul can pick anyone he wants for the War Games match.
Yes.
And now he's also in other matches he doesn't need to be in.
Yeah. Well, it's only in matches that have to do with War Games. They made that clear. It's silly, but they explained it. We finally got the tournament brackets. It's almost like, at this point, why bother? I'm not going to be happy about anything when it comes to this bracket. Carmelo Hayes and Gunther in a tournament match was a great match. By the way, because of this weekend, I didn't get a chance to watch all of SmackDown, but this SmackDown show, I'm pretty sure, had the 3 best matches in a row on SmackDown, maybe in years. I saw 2 of them, but I'll see if I can find it. I got to finish Raw. I'll find it here real quick. So, SmackDown had Ilya Dragunov, JD McDonough open challenge. This match was frickin' awesome. Just an incredible match. It was followed up by Bronson Reed and Carmelo Hayes, which had kind of a silly finish. Carmelo won via countout, but this match was also awesome. And then they had I forget what the next match was because I didn't see it, but it was like a Fraxium match, which there's no way that was a bad match. So basically they had 3 straight incredible matches on SmackDown. And I got to finish watching that, but that show is worth going out of your way to see, even for the 2 that I did see. So anyway, this match was great. Gunther won, powerbombed him, moved on to the tournament. Excellent match. This Gunther is such a great worker, and Carmelo was he was great too, but you can just see the way that Gunther puts these matches together to get the most out of anything.
I really enjoyed that they teased another count-out victory for Carmelo. I thought that worked really well.
It was very, very, very smart match is what it was. Usos tell Roman, Cody, and Punk, we're the best team in the world. We're going to get this done in the advantage match tonight. Off they go. We had a horrendous segment here. Dom comes out with the AAA title. He's going to face Cena on Saturday. He says Cena won't be here, but they play Cena's music. Out comes a mini. They do horrific comedy. Dom boots him. Ray ends up coming out, making the save.
Calling this comedy was very generous of you.
Well, I should have said comedy with the old air quotes because it was not funny. Then we had Rey Mysterio and JD McDonough, which was another good match. We did have more just silly refereeing. We had the old abdominal stretch where Finn grabbed JD's hand for leverage. The ref catches him. He just catches him helping, and he's just like, knock it off. I'm like, you're not even ejecting the guy? You don't have to DQ him, but something? So that sucked.
Told him to knock it off.
It was silly. And then Ray ends up hitting the 619, drop the dime, gets the pin. And then the best part of the match was actually afterwards, when Finn tries to hit the ring, and Ray's up, down, in, out. It's avoiding both guys. It was awesome. And the baby faces, or the heels bonk into each other like idiots. It was great. Adam Pearce meets with Raquel, who wants a title shot. Nikki, of course, got it. Pearce has the most political answer ever. I promise, he says, after this is done, the next time there's a women's title shot, you'll be in the mix. And she accepted this.
That's conclusive.
And then New Day shows up. They want a title shot, and Pearce tells him AJ and Dragon Lee are fighting champions. They want to defend the titles against them next week. We had the women's heel team come out, and then they were interrupted by the babyface team, and then a brawl broke out, and it was all fine. It was just your by-the-numbers brawl setting up War Games. We had the Penta Solo match, which we talked about, and, of course, Solo won, so he's moving on in this tournament. We had Adam Pearce meeting with Maxine, telling her all these women want a shot. She's going to go talk to Natty. Then we had a Stephanie promo on Nikki Bella. It was a good promo. Basically says, everyone told me not to trust Nikki. Turned out they were right. She betrayed me. But are you sure you want to be in the ring with me? Vows to see her at Survivor Series. By the way, for the women, it's the same thing as the men. It's like the babyface men all don't like each other, but they're trying to get along for this match. Meanwhile, the women's team, Becky is just like trying to take control, claims she runs a show, buries everybody on the team. They all hate her.
Well, at least they're the heels.
That's true, but man, can we not have the same gimmick in both matches? And then Logan Paul and Drew versus the Usos for the man advantage at War Games. Obviously, I shouldn't say obviously, it's 2025. The heels won, which was the right call. Logan schoolboyed Jimmy and pinned him. And then we had the best thing on the show, which is there's a big brawl afterwards. Roman shows up, hits all these Superman punches. They hit Lesnar's music. This guy comes out. He's looking all scary. He starts doing his dance. He goes to do the big kick for his pyro, and his frickin' foot slips out. He lands right on his ass. He backward rolls over and hops up. Paul Heyman is howling with laughter. Brock is laughing, takes off his cowboy hat, he puts it on Braun Breaker, laughs his way to the ring, and then starts murdering people. I was like, this guy, whatever you want to say about Brock, that guy's a pro. He fell down and just like played it off. Just like on that last show when he did the F5 and he split his pants, and he's wearing his red undies.
Blue.
Was it blue? Whatever
Yes.
it was. Played it off. I mean, that's a
Yeah, I
guy.
saw a different camera angle of it, and his foot was 50-50 on the stage and on the ramp, so there was a change of direction. He put his foot in a bad spot and fell on his backside.
His
Remember when
arse.
Goldberg did the same thing.
Yes.
Goldberg didn't do the roll.
No, Goldberg I don't think played it off as well as this guy. So then that's how it ended. Brawl to end the show, and it was fine. Now I will say the tournament. If you want to know where the tournament's at right now, since we have these goofy brackets, the brackets didn't make it any easier. So the semifinals are Gunther versus Solo. We don't know when, and LA Knight and a mystery opponent, which I believe is the rumor is it's Miz, which is stupid because Miz lost, but allegedly he's the mystery opponent. Miz versus LA Knight, and that person will face the winner of Rusev and Jey Uso, and we don't know when that is either. Cool tournament, bro.
And the mystery person is replacing the injured Sheamus?
Yes. That's what's going on. Who beat Miz? I actually looked at the brackets and I was like, shouldn't this guy be in? Why is the Miz back in? But that's what's going on. All right, back in a moment with more Observer Live. Just a quick note before this free video. If you click like and subscribe, I'd be very thankful. Well, we reviewed SmackDown yesterday, Tom, and you don't even get SmackDown. You're very, just, you know how you are.
Fine. Whatever. I don't care. Whatever.
That's your impression of
Yeah,
me?
that's my impression of you.
Wow.
So what are we, at least, I hope you at least watch a SmackDown main event.
I watched the entire show. of
Okay, because there's a
SmackDown.
lot of people that still like your review, Tom.
I went on the board and I saw like 2 people.
Yeah, do you go on, you go on Twitter?
Yeah, I do go on Twitter.
You read my emails?
I do go on
The
Twitter.
text messages? I mean,
Do you go on Twitter? Because if you do,
unfortunately, yes.
you would have seen one of the greatest moments in world history.
In
take
world
place.
history, really.
World history. Frank Tate walked away the victor of the fight, but he walked away an even bigger winner when it comes to life. This man completed what I would say is the best high five, the best dap up in the history of the galaxy. This man had his dog. And when I say dog,
Barely a dog.
I mean D-O-G and D-A-W-G. This was a dog, baby. The dog was so proud. You can see just the elation in that dog's face. He threw that paw up. He let it hang for a few moments, and then he brought it down for the dap.
Tom's not even doing this justice. Everyone has seen a dog,
Listen.
like you put your hand out and the dog like puts his paw up to shake hands. This freaking dog goes, ah, hapa! Like, what? That was more than a high five. I don't even know what you would even term that. He dunked. He dunked that man.
30 million views on this clip. And that is about 1/10 of what it should have. So if you haven't seen it, you deserve it. Treat yourself. Go to my Twitter. Watch Frank Tate high-five his dog.
No, he did not high-five his dog.
The dog high-fived
His dog
him.
high-fived him. Yes. He just wanted like a, just boom. And this dog was like, no way, brother. You knock that man out. I'm going to give you a big-time dunking high-five from way up high. You go high-five, up high, down low, too slow. This was an up high. Guy should have pulled his hand away.
It's the best thing you've ever seen.
Man, too slow, Joe. Yeah, it was pretty good. Not going to lie. I liked it. Well, whatever you think about the Raw numbers, they are at least consistent, so you can track ups and downs or whatever. John Cena's final Raw, enormous. 5.8 million viewer hours, 3.1 million views. So this would be the most views for any Raw in 7 months, which I think should not be a surprise. So return of John Cena did very, very well, even with big Monday Night Football competition. Who would have ever thought people would want to see John Cena's final Raw?
And apparently Joe Tessitore thought Cena was just going back on his word the very next Raw.
Well, you never know. They did play
He
his
totally
music.
bought the Cena appearance.
Yes. All right. Is there a Turkey Bowl coming up?
Thursday on Impact, the Thanksgiving tradition.
Yeah. How does that work?
Person who gets pinned has to put on a turkey suit.
Oh, my God. How humiliating. That did wonders for Terry Taylor's career. and
Well,
Hector Guerrero.
AJ Styles had to do it, and he turned out okay.
That's true. That's true. God, he wants to do another match.
I don't think
Has
if
it been
we're getting
taped?
The Thanksgiving show is already finished. Yes,
Oh,
it
man.
will air on Thursday.
Oh, man.
We're not doing a live Thanksgiving show.
Oh, man. Well, that's too bad. All right. Well, we got to wrap it up, everybody. But I'm going to be back later on tonight, the Brian and Vinny and Granny and Craig and Sean show. It'll be TNA Impact from November 26, 2005. 20 years ago this week. We've been watching all these shows, and, man, there's always a lot to talk about. So check it out. And that's it, everybody. Thanks, Lance. We'll talk to you next time. Wrestling Observer Live.